Hi all, a warm welcome to my channel. I am Nafis Matthew, a certified self-love and a relationship coach and a healer. So we spoke about the introduction part of the powerful prayer Ho'oponopono, and with also spoke about Dr. Hewlin, who has used this powerful prayer on mentally sick people who were there in a mental asylum in Hawaiian. And we also spoke about how easily and effortlessly we can practice this prayer and become powerful day to day. And then we spoke about the basic Ho'oponopono, the four effective steps about repentance, asking for forgiveness, gratitude, and the love part. So, how these four phrases and those four steps can be used in a basic situation, and even on the non-living things, we spoke that how we can use on them also, how the energy plays such a major role here. So that's how and also we spoke about the advanced level of Ho'oponopono, the quantum level of Ho'oponopono, that how it once we get energized and we use this power so effectively, even also on non-living things, by using all these four phrases and checking on the steps very consciously, then we become so powerful that we start using this prayer on a higher level, that is, to heal our own self. So today I would like to talk, when we know all this process, all we spoke about it, so it becomes quite easy and we now are more aware about Ho'oponopono, such a powerful prayer, such a simple phrases what we have to use just to, it is all about repentance. So it's all about reconciliation. So today I would like to talk about forgiveness process. Yes. So forgiveness process is very, very important to get that cleaning done inside us. Because Ho'oponopono prayer is all about cleaning. It's all about clearing. It's all about living that blissful life. But without this forgiveness process, we cannot live that kind of a life. Why I am telling this? Because we might have kept one or other thing which is there in our mind. We are not able to forgive people since the time we started accepting the society. We have so many belief systems built in our mind, uh, like our subconscious mind. From the time it has become more active, we started having all those hatred towards people, or some kind of a grudge which we are holding onto ourselves, and we are not able to forgive people. So if you're not going to get into this forgiveness process, the Ho'oponopono, such a powerful prayer, you cannot get this prayer into your life without going through a forgiveness process, because forgiveness process plays a major role in cleaning. So coming to forgiveness process, there are 7 steps again. Number 1 is all about acknowledgement. First, check deeply. Whenever you are into this journey of Ho'oponopono, check all your major areas where you got hurt, the person whom you have got hurt from. You're not able to forgive them. You might have ignored that part. You're just been normal to the world, but inside you have all that. You're into that victim mode or a guilty mode. You're just being like, you're playing a very critical critical role inside you. Your soul is not satisfied, it is always restless, because you are not into that acknowledgement part. So you need to acknowledge it, that where it is affecting, how it is affecting you as a person, as you are leading your life. So once you acknowledge, the second step is all about consideration. You need to consider whether whatever have happened in the past or in the present, how it has affected you, how that the event which has happened in the past, how it might have affected you, whether it is really affecting you that you are actually losing your own life by getting into that mental trauma, or maybe you're just showing up a fake life in front of the world, but inside you're totally broken. So you have to consider that, and consider it. Once that consideration is done, you become more relaxed. So once you acknowledge, then consider. After considering your event, you need to accept it completely. You need to accept that you cannot change your past or whatever might have happened with you. How much soever you try, it cannot be changed or it cannot be reversed. You need to accept it completely. Then only you will have that feeling of acceptance inside you, and you will be getting into, slowly you get into the track of the forgiveness process, and you get into the track of blessing yourself and also blessing others. Because Ho'oponopono prayer, it really matters. When you get into that acceptance, then only you, that this prayer will, any prayer you need to, get into your life by only accepting it, accepting your faults, accepting people into your life, accepting that your situation has become like this, you got stuck into this because of this so and so reason. So first, after acknowledging and then consideration, then accepting it, you need to determine. So determine that issue, whether it is, you have to be very cautiously determine the issue, because here, the process will either begin or it will end, the forgiveness process. So you have to determine it strongly, analyze everything, whether I really have to forgive. Do I have to do that? How is it affecting me? How is it affecting the lives which are there, the people who loved ones who are actually are dependent on me, just because not forgiving that situation or that person, what kind of a life I am leading, which is affecting the whole world around me, financially, or even the normal day to day life. It is affecting in a huge way, just because you're not able to forgive that particular person in your life. So, coming to first, once you acknowledge consideration, acceptance, and determination, you need to repair that relationship or repair that situation, whatever might happen. So once you get into the state of, repairing something, what is repairing means, you are going to, the part repairing doesn't come once you don't even determine, you don't even consider that you need to forgive, and you are actually willing to live in such stressful life only. But once those four steps are really clear in your mind, and you get that clarity about those four steps, the fifth steps become automatically very very effortless for you. You'll be able to repair whatever, how deep the situation, how much so over hatred you have towards that person, you will be willing to repair. But here I am talking about repairing, not about restoration, because that will take time, because the hurt was big or small, you'll take time to just come back to the normal, normal you, or normal you guy, whomsoever you are, like, being into this situation because of that particular person you have actually got hurt. Then how that restoration will take time actually. So it's all about repairing. You're going to repair that for a moment, so that it becomes more easy for you. And how you're going to repair it? By even by thinking of the situation, or by thinking of how you used to be with that particular person when you met them. So like that, you have to check it out, the kind of a gestures, the kind of a, even the kind of a language you use on when you talk to that person, when you really even think in your mind about that person, how powerfully you're going to think. All those things need to be repaired. You just cannot randomly repair things. You have to be very very cautious, very very cautious and conscious. Consciously you have to do this repairing part. So once you acknowledge, consider, acceptance, determination, and then when you get into the repair part, then the time comes when you learn from it. Yes, because when all these steps are actually been done, and you used all these steps so beautifully, step by step you're following this forgiveness process, you will learn a huge lesson. That first thing you learn, the forgiveness is not about benefiting others, it's all about you. Because so consciously you're using these steps, those steps are you're not using for others, it's all about your own peace, your own blissful life, your own progressive life actually. So it's all about you. So that part you need to learn. And it comes out very, very automatically. I must say, automagically. Yes, it happens when you really learn a lesson out of it. And when you consciously follow all the steps, all the 5 steps, whatever we have discussed just now. And the last step is all about forgive. Yes. This, because after all these steps, acknowledgement, consideration, acceptance, determination, repair, and learn, lastly, but it's so powerful, you will forgive. And now you understand the real meaning of forgiveness. Now, this is something very, very precious for you. That moment becomes very precious for you. That thought becomes very precious to you. And it will give you a very powerful mindset when you follow all these 7 steps very consciously. So once all this forgiveness process is followed, religiously, this prayer of Ho'oponopono and these phrases, these 4 phrases, when we talk about repentance, when we talk about asking for forgiveness, gratitude, and love, it becomes very, very effortless. Yes. Because why I spoke about forgiveness process, simply we cannot just get into the prayer and simply we just cannot go on with this prayer. You can do it, but it will take long time to get healed. But when you follow the process, it becomes very easy and effortless. So after this forgiveness process, when you follow these 7 steps, acknowledgement, consideration, acceptance, determination, repair, learn, and forgive, then you have to get into this prayer of Ho'oponopono and tell to yourself all these 4 beautiful phrases. That is, I'm sorry, please forgive me, I thank you, and I love you. Think about it. This is a very important thing which I really wanted to share with you all. And I'm sure after getting into this process, you will definitely will be able to forgive or just let go of that particular situation or a person and very gracefully move on with your beautiful life and start living a blissful life, which will not only affect you but rather it's going to affect the whole world around you. Okay. Thank you so much. Love you all. Bye.